Insights, where we discuss a new topic in every episode. The topic in discussion today is you can buy guns in the US but not antibiotics. So Rajesh, the topic is so interesting in itself. Can you tell us a bit more about it?
Hi Ananya, it's good to be with you and your team once again. And I think we have an interesting topic here. It's actually one of the anecdotes which I mentioned in my novel Englistan. Englistan, which was published a while ago, is a novel which has a fictional narrative, but it's full of comparisons between different countries, different cultures, and part of the discussion between two characters based on real life is a visit to the US which I undertook, which threw this strange thing into my mind. When I went to the US, I had developed on my last visit there a very severe toothache, and I knew what the problem was. I had my doctor's prescription, and I knew if I take some antibiotics I'll be okay. So I went into a pharmacy and I said, well, can I buy these antibiotics? And they said, no, you need a doctor's prescription. So I said, well, as a matter of fact, I do have a doctor's prescription, and I just showed them my doctor's prescription. I went to the hotel, I had emailed it to myself, I took out a printout, and I showed it to the pharmacy, and they said, no, we cannot accept this. You have to go to an American doctor and get a prescription from him. I said, well, I know what the problem is. They said, we cannot do this. So then I checked up, I called an American doctor, and I said, well, can you prescribe? He said, before I prescribe, I'll have to examine your teeth, and I will charge you a minimum of $200 for a consultation. So I was on the last leg of my journey to the United States, and I didn't want to spend $200 for something which I knew what the problem was, I knew how it could be fixed. So fortunately, I had one of my colleagues who was carrying with him a homeopathic medicine, belladonna, which is very good for tooth problems. So I had some belladonna, and the pain subsided, and then of course I got back to India. Now, during the same visit to the US, I went to several parts of the US. I visited prisons, I visited Mayor Susan Savage, and I visited certain parts of the American government, but I also went to California, where I met a very interesting character who was working on immigration, and he said, Rajesh, you can go into a store and you can buy a gun here without even showing necessarily anything more than some very limited form of ID. If you show a driver's license, you can go in and buy a gun. So I said, really? He said, yes. So, the contrast struck me then, that if I am in a certain part of the United States, I can go into a shop, buy a gun, buy a lot of ammunition, fill up my gun, walk into the street, and start shooting people at random. There's nothing to stop that. In some states, I was in Virginia, and in Virginia I met some Americans, and they said, we are very progressive here in Virginia. We just passed a law that you can buy only one gun every month. So this is the kind of laughable gun control that they have in the US. Virginia is boasting that we have gun control because you can buy only one gun every month. In other states, the gun control is much more lax. And every year you have shootings, more people die from gun-related deaths than from other kinds of violence. So the strange paradox, you may not be able to buy a simple antibiotic. I'm not saying that medicine should not be controlled. It's a good thing that should be adopted in India for certain kinds of drugs, that it's not that you just go into the chemist shop and buy whatever you like. But maybe they're a bit too rigid on this in the US, and they should become more rigid on the guns. Because otherwise the irony is that you cannot go into a shop and buy a simple antibiotic, but you can go into a shop, buy 4 or 5 guns, buy 200 rounds of ammunition or more, 500 rounds, walk into the street and just randomly start killing people. So, does that make sense? If somebody was to come from a different planet, he would say, this is, not a society which is the leader of the world. This is a society which has gone berserk. So, I'll show you my book once again. It has lots of other intercultural comparisons.